something. Girls need love. Girls need love. Girls need love. Girls need love. So what's a girl to do?
Hi peoples, so I'm gonna do a story time about um, my social anxiety, how it was developed, and me experiencing my first panic attack. Um, a little bit disclaimer about this video is if I mess up or if I'm talking a lot or if I'm stuttering or whatever, I am not going to edit it out because I am not perfect, so I'm not going to try to make my videos perfect. I want to show you my mistakes, my my stuttering and everything, because I feel like it will make everybody more comfortable, that you don't keep seeing like edit outs or me doing bloopers or whatever the case is. Y'all just gonna get the full hard story time, full hard truth, raw and stuff like that. So back to the story time. So I actually am sorry. Oh, also I'm sorry if I'm moving a lot. It's like I'm moving between my foot and stuff like that. So back to story time. Anyway, I think I always had social anxiety because as a little kid I could never play with kids because I was super shy. And when kids come to me trying to play, I would freak out unless like it was one by one and it was like, you know, they were careful with me. And I always carried around a blanket because, you know, that would kind of help me with the experience. But yeah, I always felt like I had social anxiety because I could never, like, if somebody wanted me to be their friend, they would have to come to me first because I couldn't go to that person. So yeah, but it kind of did get worse over time, especially when I developed depression. Which, if y'all want a story time about that and how I dealt with it and how I'm dealing with it right now, comment down below with that. But but I must say the first time social anxiety had caused a panic attack was when I was in, I want to say, I think 9th grade or 10th grade, either one of those. And what I remember of that day, it was in math class, and I was never really good at math. Like, I always had problems with it. I always struggled with it. But it was this one time where I actually understood it, and I was doing the equation, and I got the right answer. And as I'm writing down the answer, my math teacher had came over, and he was like, "That's right. Can you please go write it on the board?" And I was already like kind of figured out when he asked me that too, but you know, I didn't want to say no to the teacher, so I said sure. As I'm going up there, you know, I'm writing on the board, and I'm already freaking out that I'm already writing on the board. That's one thing. And then, like, internally, like, this happened because internally, I knew that this boy, he was watching a video. I think he was watching funny videos. And I knew it because I heard him laugh a couple of times while I was doing the equation at my desk. And, you know, he was kind of showing the videos too, so I know what he was watching. So internally, I knew that he was laughing because of video. But when I went on the board and I heard him laugh, hold on, let me explain this better. I developed social anxiety and depression mainly because I overthink a lot. I overthink a lot, alright, and then I start stressing about it, and then I start like being overwhelmed, and thinking about all these negative things, and it causes me to be like, why would somebody be a friend with someone like me? Why would somebody be a friend that has a lot of baggage? Because, you know, like I said, I have mental and some physical health problems. So my mind was thinking, my mind always going like this about negative thoughts. I never think about something positive. So when he laughed, my mind went, he's laughing at you. My mind went, he's laughing at the way you write. You probably wrote the equation wrong. You probably got the answer wrong. Da 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 da. Even though I was straight looking at my notebook and my teacher said I was right, my mind went, you're stupid and you're doing this wrong. So I started freaking out even more, and you can tell that it's starting to affect me because I started shaking as I'm writing on the board. I started shaking, and I could feel myself starting to hyperventilate because I felt like I couldn't breathe, but I tried to just write it as quickly as I can and go sit down. And as I'm putting the marker down, as I'm walking back, you can start seeing it affecting me more. Like, I started shaking everywhere. Like, my legs started shaking. I could barely walk. I felt like I was going to collapse. And that made me start to panic even more because I feel like even though nobody was looking at me at all, I felt like everybody's eyes was on me, and they were just like, what is this girl doing? This girl is crazy. This girl was on something. So I tried to go to my seat as quickly as possible, and that's when it hit me to the full extent where the room was spinning, everything was blurry. I felt my heartbeat through my chest, and I could hear it through my ears. Like, I literally couldn't hear anything. I could hear like small feints of my teacher speaking, but that was it. Like, it was literally and everything. I was hyperventilating because I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was shaking from head to toe. My head was pounding. I couldn't hear anything, and stuff like that. And then I felt this. I heard the small faint of the bell ring, and that's when I dashed far away as my class was again. Like, as soon as I got energy to walk, even with everything still blurry, I ran out of that classroom and ran out of the little building that we were in, and yeah, and I had to run to my next class so I don't have to be late and stuff. And that's when I kind of got hope because I was still freaking out. I was still panicking because I didn't really know how to fully stop it. But when I was in class, when I went to class like super early. I was like one of the first people there. But one of the girls in my class, she had realized that I was doing a panic attack because she had a couple panic attacks in her life too. So she realized that. She came up to me, and even though that I was kind of zoned out and completely still freaking out, she put her hands on my thighs and she was like, look at me, focus on me, just keep focus on me, breathe, and she helped me calm down. And yeah, that was my first panic attack. It was really scary, and honestly made me mad at myself even more because I was like, I had a panic attack at school in front of people, and I had to have a total stranger help me to calm down, which was so embarrassing for me. But the good side of the story is she did help me, which I really appreciate that for. And that day didn't end up bad. Like, my friends at lunch actually helped me get my mind off of it. It made me feel better because whenever I'm down, the thing my friends do to always make sure that I laugh and I'm happy and stuff like that. So, like, at lunch, luckily they were playing music, so like my friends were dancing crazily and funny around me and making me dance with them, making some jokes, roasting on each other just to make me laugh. So, yeah. That's my story time. If y'all want more story, I hate that my phone just did that. I hate that. I probably will pause the video. My phone's about to die. But if y'all want more story times, like, and like funny ones, comment down more below, like boyfriends or, you know, most embarrassing moments and stuff like that. Or if you want more videos about me dealing with social anxiety and depression and my experience with that and how I'm dealing with it now and how I'm working on it now, then comment down below. And please, if you have any similar stories or you experienced a panic attack or anything like that, tell me. Like, I really want to connect with y'all, and I want everybody to have a free space of how they feel with of how they feel, what they feel, and their experiences. And yeah, so see y'all later.
Drunk niggas tryna talk in a strip club. Shawty silhouette look like a dollar sign.